Well, hi there, this is DBT, and it's finally that time again. On Saturday, June 15th, the TastyCup Doom Edition number 5 is going to take place. This is a QCDE duel tournament organized by Jahar at TastySpleenTV, and you know how it works. People sign up, people duel, they have a chance to earn some cash, and we all get to watch a great show. If you want to participate but aren't familiar with the mod, we just happen to have the solution for you. Now it's super easy to get the game and start playing immediately thanks to the full package download, which contains everything you need to play it in one convenient link. Once again, the event will be broadcasted by Jahar over at TastySpleenTV on Twitch, so get the game, sign up, and prove to the world how capable of a duelist you are. All links are in the description. In the meantime, I'll leave you watching the upper bracket final of the previous TastyCup, a match between two heavyweights, Pikawa and Necrophag1st. Enjoy the game and see you in the arena.
30 seconds.
Good luck, have fun to Necro and Pikawa right here in the upper bracket final of TastyCups number 4 Doom Edition. And we'll be returning to a regularly scheduled broadcast of the TastyCups Quake Champions editions, which are up to like number 10 or something pretty soon. We're going to get back into a regular schedule of Quake 2, Quake World, QC, and QCDE content right here on TastySpleenTV. But right now, right here, we got Necro versus Pika on Toxicity. A familiar map to many, maybe an unfamiliar game to some, but it'll feel right as rain in just a moment, as we've got Necro up here as Lucien and Pikawa as a Terminator. But who's going to get terminated first here in the fight here over heavy armor? It's going to be right down into the acid pool, as Necro's going to be using these fireballs to heal. So yeah, you can either throw them at an opponent for damage and dots, or throw them at your feet for a little bit of warm lovin', a little bit of self-lovin'. But first frag going to Necro there. It's going to be a little bit of LG play here across Mega, but yeah, Pika was super weak right now. He's thinking after that one rocket like it's worth going in for this heavy. Sorry, it's not worth it, but there's a spawn right there on the 50. It's going to hear the health taken. But yeah, no pop rockets for him just yet. Dies right when he might have been able to throw them out. There was a bit of a wind-up with those pop rockets too. Yep, but nice.
Here they go.
Oh my god, perfect timing on that. Like you come out of the teleporter and he's already winding it up. There's that moment he discovered that he had fucked up. Alright, but he spawns right there on the heavy. It's going to be right back up now, but even with the heavy, not sure if he's going to be able to stay alive. There's a little bit of extra health for Necro thanks to the fireballs, but he's going to be so weak. There it is. 5-1 so far. Oh wow, we missed a... Oh, okay, I thought we missed another donation. All right. Keep my eye on it now.
Yeah, I was going to say, you better keep an eye on it.
Yeah. Alright, so Necro is playing the corners here for the heavy. Pika with only one frag under his belt, but he's got so much stack, or rather had so much stack. It is completely gone now, but that one rocket is going to do the job. Oh no, but it's going to be that last fireball. And a bad spawn. Here comes the pop rockets, enough to scare Necro away, but not enough to give Pika a solid handle of that armor. It's going back up to LG armor. Ow. Ow. Is she just a pitch-shifted Death Knight? Ow. 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 Actually, I really like that jump sound. Alright, but there's heavy taken. Necro didn't quite hear the move over to it. But still 15 seconds before Mega comes up. We've got quite an item split at the moment. So Necro's going to have to play this very carefully. I mean, the reason he's been able to just stay so aggressive this whole time has been just the lapping of these items. But my god, his damage output is just incredible. He's able to stay alive thanks to these fireballs. There's the playthrough for the pop rockets, and they home a little bit too. Oh, but Necro's coming home to that Mega, taking the frag, taking the item, but not quite the heavy. As that'll actually tighten up the timing between them. Mega to heavy will be really quick now. But Necro's going to be taking a rocket from behind. Pika's finally starting to claw back some of these frags.
Nice
Nice.
100
Good LG work, yeah. Just denying the teleporter exit and coming back in for more. Actually pushing the corpse back through the teleporter. But there's a nice Mega pickup. Heavy's already gone. Pika's going to figure that out, but he, obviously doesn't have a railgun here. Yeah, it came from behind. Yeah, just didn't figure out that fight. And he spawns almost exactly where he died. 12 seconds to either item. Is it worth going through this teleporter? Well, if he can get through there first and pop the rockets. But is that enough time to give him a play here on the Mega? Not so much. Necro's going to be having a really good play here on the Mega here pretty soon. Gets dropped on down, back through the teleporter, denies himself the item just to go back and get that heavy. A little bit safer, which will turn into an item trade. But still 6 frags up. Good LG work here, even after that pop-off. And yeah, that fireball just does so much to just chew through that stack. Ow! Ow!
It's like she's stepping on pins.
Ow! Ah. Cheesy spawns. DBT, we gotta talk. No, but this is what you want. Good old Quake World style spawns. Where a lot of the game is about who can get more spawn frags. Not whether they're gonna happen. Alright, but we've got another item display here. Oh no, is Pikawa... Okay, he was being sneaky. I didn't think that a large Terminator like that would want to be sneaky, but there we have it. Nice rail.
Yeah. Solid. Like, Necro's just doing a phenomenal job here with all of his placements. Like, even though he got, you know, some early frags put upon him, he's just leaps and bounds ahead right now against Pikawa.
Nice.
Oh, and the rockets.
They're being used pretty effectively here by Pika, but just not consistently enough. Alright, so 10 seconds to heavy. Pika setting up a little bit of defense here. Just trying to do some fadeaway damage. Does he have a railgun? Okay, yeah. But he's just not doing the damage, and he gets just pummeled down by the by the fireball. That's going to open up this Mega for Necro as well. He knows it. He wants to be here, wants to defend it. And even with the playthrough, oh, yeah, so still plenty of time to make this back, but now only 5 frags before Necro hits the frag limit. This is a good change over to Sarge from Pika, but I'm wondering if it's too late. He's got to be keeping the frag limit in mind as well.
Oof.
Oof. And just couldn't get around that corner. That's going to be a nasty spawn. A little bit more dot. Just trying to evade through the teleporter. This is going to be backing in from damage to damage, but he manages to pull that frag back anyway. So he's going to be able to get a hold of that heavy armor. Goes down immediately, though. Yeah, at this point, he's got to be realizing, like, oh, geez, I actually don't have a whole lot of leeway here in terms of the frags. Can't quite get on that Mega yet. Necro's leaving it open. Just pick it up, man. Let's get it. There it is. So, yeah, Sarge's deal is that he doesn't have an active ability, but he can just take away time shards all he wants, and he can overstack on even the smaller armors.
Oh, the fireball.
Yeah.
Necro's got it on lockdown. Just like whipping a fireball at you, getting you on fire, and finishing up with a little LG tickle.
And his LG at range has just been so consistent here. Can't even get through the teleporter before he goes down. So Necro's looking for this one final frag here on Toxicity to take a 20 frag game. It's going to be a little bit early here on the heavy. This is a nasty fight, but it's going to be Necro pulling it together regardless. GG called out as we're going to be going over to Aerowalk for map 2. And doubtless, my client's about to crash. It's totally out what's going to happen.
Quick transition, man. It's all fine.
Yeah, I mean, everything's fine. It's all fine. All right, so Necro, I mean, he's been consistently active in QCDE from the early days. And he hasn't really let up. I mean, we see these new versions come out, new champions, new features, and you would think that somebody kind of like checking in from time to time would kind of fall behind because there's like all this new stuff and maybe things that worked for them before don't work so well now, but Necro's been so consistent every single time. So let's go find map 2 coming up here very shortly. It's going to be Aerowalk. Or AW.
It's so pretty.
If you're a freak.
So pretty.
Yeah, it uses E1 style textures very well.
So the question is Pikawa gonna play the same game? He's gonna use the same champion as his opponent.
On Aerowalk, I don't really think that's much of an option. You really have to mix things up here. All right, but here we go. Gonna be following Pika out of the gate as now he's on Alina like, hey, I can throw fireballs too. And it's gonna be a huge fight over the heavy armor as Pika spawns right back on it again. He's going to be popping back through for just the rail, but the heavy's already taken by the time he comes back through, so he's got to realize that's not the way. Nice jump over to the rocket launcher. It's going to have a full bevy of weapons now. Doesn't quite get the hit with either his rocket or rail. So he's going to be pretty weak here. He's railable and still sticking it out. Like, you got to realize it's time to leave. Alright, so Necro. Now 2 frags in the lead here. Oof. Popping right back through the teleporter, eating a little bit of that damage. But we got the heavy back up. And yeah, there it requires either a champion that can double jump, or rocket jump, or some good SR40ing. Nice. And here Necro just wants to feel more comfortable owning these positions with his railgun. If you're not so hot on your own rail, then yeah, you have to traverse the map a little bit more to keep pressure on your opponent, but this is where everything could just come together for you. And you can see how he didn't really, like, get too crazy with his movement here. Just was just like, all right, cool, I've got the rail. I'm going to hit you. Jeez, and these fireballs are just ripping Pika apart as well. He's got his own, but Necro's certainly been practicing with it a little bit more and is making good use of them both offensively and on the recovery. So you can bank up to 6 of them with like an 8-second recharge between them. Just looking for these rails, and yeah, he's got enough stack to maybe spend 1 or 2. But Pika's not really hitting his own rails either. That's a little bit of dot there, but oh, this pressure with the LG is just insane. And yeah, that explosion is just happening because, and we didn't see Necro die too much, but yeah, whenever an Alina dies, she also explodes. It's kind of hot. But yeah, you can see it takes a little bit of time for that to actually happen. By the way, rest in peace, Dirty Bomb. It's still going to be up, but is no longer being developed. But yeah, things like Nader, just great characters, great abilities.
Thanks for the onions, man.
Yeah.
I was really sad when I saw that post from Splash Damage. It's like, oh
yeah,
man.
And you could kind of sense the I don't want to say relief, but just like the ability to just post a lot of information like, okay, yeah, here's what we've been working on, here's a lot of our design work, here's a lot of our artwork. It's never going to make it in game, but you know, you all get to look at it now. Obviously, you know, the artists and developers just cared a hell of a lot for that one. Oh my god, Necro's already at the 10 frag mark. And so far, Pikawa's ability, or rather strategy of going Alina as well, just isn't working out. I'm not sure how often Pika was healing with those fireballs. Or is this trying to like spam them out? A nice LG work here with the dot. And yeah, it's pretty much completely offhand. So right in the middle of a firefight. Just go for it. Oh, great switch up to the shoddy.
Is it Alina or Lucina?
Oh, sorry, Lucina, yeah. Lucienne, yeah.
Alina's the kitty girl, right?
Right, yeah. Alina's the one I actually want to see played more. Well, for what it's worth, Dirty Bomb had a bit of a better run than Brink had, and even ETQW, so definitely the most successful game they've had since Enemy Territory itself.
Don't say that too loud, you're going to get sponged in here about Brink.
Hey, I love Brink too. It obviously didn't do well. We got charts and graphs to prove it. Actually, you don't need a chart. Just take one line and just draw it downward, you know. Just
oh,
nice logarithmic curve. Oh my god, that rail from Necro. Yeah, it's going to be a rough spawn from Pikawa. Yeah, not up against that shoddy. Don't want to play that game too long. So Necro is very close to making short work of Pikawa on his own map. I mean, obviously, everybody's played Aerowalk for forever. And this is a damn good version of it, too. Like, all the things that work about Aerowalk work pretty well here. Well, that was the whole point of the quad damage tournament we ran years back, was just to compare how Aerowalk plays across, you know, different Quake games. And here you have all the oh my god, nice shoddy. Got all the bare necessities, and then a few extras as well. We haven't seen too much Durandal or McKilnir in this cup, and I'm kind of okay with that. The last cup, It was hilarious, but so much bombing or fragging of the frog core, bombing of the frag core. Yeah, that. What is that ult doing? It's a fireball. You point the fireball and you shoot the fireball, man. That's how that works.